You ever stare at a calculus problem and your brain just shuts down? We've all been there. Well, today, that's going to change. We're going to build your ultimate mental toolbox for integration, turning those scary-looking problems into puzzles you'll actually want to solve. Let's get right into it.
Okay, take a look at this thing. If you're in a calculus class, you've probably seen something just like it. It's a classic for a reason. It's this nightmare combo of an exponential function and a trig function. It's the kind of problem that makes you think, nope, not today.
But what if you had the exact right tool for the job? I'm not talking about just one trick, but a whole system of techniques that makes even that monster integral totally manageable. That's what we're doing here, building your mental integration toolbox, one powerful piece at a time.
All right, so every good toolbox has to start with the basics, right? Before we get to the fancy power tools, we need the hammers and screwdrivers. These are the absolute foundational integrals you just have to know. No way around it. And here they are. You've got the power rule, the integral of each of the x, and your essential trig functions. Think of these as your workhorses. You're going to be using them all the time, sometimes by themselves, and sometimes as the very last step of a much bigger problem. You got to have these memorized cold. Now, let's put a spotlight on the one huge exception to that power rule. When you're integrating 1 over x, the answer isn't what you'd expect. It's the natural log of the absolute value of x. This pattern is so important. Keep an eye out for it constantly. Okay, basics are down. Let's level up. Time for the power tools. This next part is all about working smarter, not harder. It's about training your brain to see common patterns that give you the answer almost instantly, letting you just leapfrog over all the tedious work. Oh, this is one of the most satisfying shortcuts out there. If you see a fraction where the numerator, the top part, is the exact derivative of the denominator, the bottom part, just stop. You're done. The answer is simply the natural log of the denominator. Look at the example. The derivative of x squared plus 5 is 2x. It's a perfect match, so the solution is instant. Bam, natural log of x squared plus 5. And here's another power pattern for you. This is where you have a function raised to some power, and it's sitting right next to its own derivative. See the example? The derivative of x squared plus 1 is 2x. It's right there. When you spot this, you can basically just ignore the derivative. Treat the inner function like a single variable and use the simple power rule. So much faster than a full U sub. All right, it's time to bring out the heavy machinery. These are the big, powerful techniques you pull out when just spotting a pattern isn't going to cut it. These are your go-to methods for breaking down the really tough, complex problems. First up, we've got integration by parts. This is your #1 tool for integrals that are a product of two completely different kinds of functions.